We've got an all-new Camp Quarantine set for you to go in just a few minutes. Grab a beverage, hit the share button. Camp Quarantine begins right now. If this is your first Camp Quarantine, we welcome you. There we go. There's a better angle. It's a special holiday special. I'm here in our Hustle and Hospitality Studios in Atlanta, Georgia. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Amrit B. We are so thrilled that you are here. I wanted to introduce myself and say thank you for spending your Friday evening with us. Let me get this banner to stop, but we are absolutely eager to get going because we have some great guests on the show today. We are celebrating all things spooky season, and as you can see, even though we moved indoors, it's perfect because we're here in our kitchen at our home studios here in Atlanta, Georgia. So we appreciate you all being here. This is our 29th episode. We have been doing this now for almost 7 months. Let's take a look back at, well, how far we've come.
It's Friday. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday. You guys have made it. Another wonderful week. Welcome to Camp Quarantine. Welcome to our backyard. Welcome to Camp Quarantine. I'm your host, Amrit B. Appreciate it. It is May. Folks, we have lasted into 3 months. Friday, June 19th. Happy Juneteenth. Cannot say how thrilled I am to have you all here. We have an exciting slate of guests. We just wrapped on our 14th episode of Camp Quarantine. Really appreciate all those who have tuned in. Today is July the 3rd. That just blows my mind. We just cannot contain my excitement here. We have made it. So hopefully you guys are finding the good in this entire situation, and that's certainly what we're trying to bring forth here.
So we're in our 29th week, which just means next one is even bigger. And now we've been at this for 7 months, but it is spooky season. And what are we really doing this for? Well, we have been at this for, like I said, 7 months, but we have been raising money for the Center for Disaster Philanthropy. We've been raising money for various organizations like the Big Brothers Big Sisters organization. But this being October, it happens to be Popcorn Popping Month. It happens to be Eat Good with Good People Month. It happens to also be Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So throughout today's show and broadcast, we will be wrapping up by showcasing the BCRF, which is the Breast Cancer Research Foundation. We'll encourage you to donate, and we'll continue to push that throughout the broadcast. If you'd like to support us, we appreciate you giving us a follow at campquarantine.co and supporting us at patreon.com/campq. Well, we mentioned a whole slew of all kinds of guests that we featured. We have healthcare heroes, we have small business spotlights, and today we're talking all things Halloween. Of course, later in the broadcast, we'll be sharing the state of NRVANA, so we encourage you to stay with us. But let's get going. So on our previous show in week 4,
stay home, just stay home. All your plans are now no more. It's not fair. I had plans today. Turn your Netflix on. COVID needs to go away right away. Can't go on walks, can't go have fun. If someone coughs, then I'm gonna run, wandering free. Something unseen, COVID-19.
Hey, what's up? My name's Kurt Tossi. I am that guy from that Disney video. I'm from Colorado. I moved to LA in 2010 to pursue TV and film. And I had been doing that all through up until basically last year. And then I kind of fell into social media, and I've been doing videos more and more and more and more. And then quarantine happens, and just another video idea that I came up with, decided to shoot it. And then posted, and it went absolutely bananas. I have been on the news in Italy, Australia, Russia, Germany, like people sending me videos from Instagram of like my stuff being played over the TV, which is insane to think about. It's been insane. It's been insane. So many people have reached out to me. It's on America's Funniest Home Videos. They reached out to me to use a clip for it as well. So it's pretty funny. I've been creating content for 9 years, actually almost 10 years now. And it's not an overnight thing. Like a lot of people think you could put a video up, get 1 million views. And even if you happen to put a video up and it blows up and it gets 10 million views, it's not about that video anymore. It's about what you do next. And it's about how you follow it up, and it's consistency. So my biggest piece of advice is stay consistent, stay patient, but don't do it for the amount of followers or the recognition or the views. Do it because you love it. I make these videos because I love doing this. I don't force myself out of bed and be like, oh, I gotta make a video because I want followers. I make it because this is what I like to do with my life. I like making stuff, and nothing else makes me happy. So that's why I choose to do it. And I don't care how long it, took me 9 years, 10 years to get really some sort of big traction. I'll just continue to do it no matter what the payoff is. So just do it because you love it. That's really the easiest answer. You just search my name at Kurt Tossi. Pretty straight up on any platform. My last name's a little difficult. It's Tocci. But yeah, Kurt Tossi is my handle right here. I don't know if it's readable, legible. But yeah, you can find me Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok for all the youngins on TikTok. Have fun. Use your time in quarantine. Don't let it get you down. Use it to build you up. Like, get creative, have some fun. Use this time that we all wish we had during our regular lives that we complain about not having. Use that time now and just enjoy it. It'll all be over soon. Stay safe, stay clean. Thank you, Camp Quarantine, for having me. And yeah, eat a s'more or 10 for me.
All right. What's yours look like?
Huh?
Oh, smart.
Don't forget our virtual Halloween party starts at 7 p.m. Costume contest at 8. Winner gets an Amazon gift card. Good thing we had so much toilet paper left over. We ran out of cobwebs.
Oh, happy Halloween! Okay, take one. If you guys want to come over tonight, I'm hosting a pumpkin carving and mask decorating party. But no more than 10 people. Are you the coronavirus? And you're the CDC? Oh! Come on! We gotta go throw candy at the trick-or-treaters standing on their lawns.
Happy Halloween!
Thank you so much!
Stay safe!
Six feet. You get it? Okay, we've got pandemic punch, TP sheet cookies, COVID Q-tips, don't worry, they're sterile, and sanitized dirt. the only good thing to come out of abandoned buildings.
Aw, your costume isn't very scary at all.
I'm just nervous. What if someone shows up and they have the same mask as me? Oh, dude, perfect.
I'm not taking any more chances. Happy Halloween!
I can't decide if I want to be masked Darth Vader or masked Michael Myers.
Oh, hold up. Scariest thing of 2020. Ooh! Don't eat me!
Do any of these animatronics come with a coughing sound effect?
Excuse me, do you guys have a Karen wig? Well, can you ask your manager?
Dude, I can't believe that house gave us toilet paper.
Oh yeah, we're definitely hitting that on the way back. Babe, what if you're Carol Baskin and I'm her ex-husband? No, she fed him to tigers. I'm in quarantine. Duh.
What about Pirates of the Quarantine?
Okay, Harry Potter and the Order of Postmates.
Or that guy from that Disney video. We should go to a drive-through haunted house. It's so scary.
Whoa, this place was definitely worth $300.
We seem to keep losing connection with the camera, so I apologize for you guys sticking with us. But Kurt, thank you so much. Next up. Next up, we're going to share a different take on somebody who's sharing their own unique visual perspective.
Halloween is just around the corner, and today we're going to make a candy chute out of PVC pipe and PVC fittings to help you keep your distance while handing out candy to trick-or-treaters this Halloween. Here's what you need. 2-inch PVC pipe, 5 foot in length. 1 1/2 inch PVC pipe, 10 foot in length. 2 PVC DWV Y fittings, 2-inch by 1 1/2 inch. 2 PVC T's, 1 1/2 inch. 4 PVC end caps, 1 1/2 inch. With this design, we'll need to make sure our Ys are blocked so that the candy will make it out of the other end. We use packing tape to block the outlet. Since we sell our pipe in 5-foot sticks, we do not have to cut the pipe for the chute section. I did go ahead and cut one of the 1 1/2 inch PVC pipes in 12-inch lengths. Take the Y fittings and place them on each end of the 2-inch PVC pipe so the 1 1/2 inch outlet is pointing down. Both should face the same direction. Now we'll take our 12-inch piece of pipe and insert it in the downward pointing outlet on our left Y fitting. Our remaining uncut pipe will insert into the downward pointing outlet of our Y fitting on the right. On the opened end of each of our 1 1/2 inch pipe, we'll add a 1 1/2 inch T using the center hub of each T. In each of the remaining sockets on the T, we'll insert our 4 remaining 12-inch pieces of pipe. The base will have 4 open ends that we'll want to cap off with our end caps. Now we're ready to hand out candy. Happy Halloween!
So it is all about creative ways to celebrate and do unique things for Halloween. So we're here in the kitchen. I thought what better way to celebrate Halloween than share with you my personal favorite treats to give out. Although this year folks like that may be creating shoots and different ways to be able to interact, what I have here are a few pumpkins in front of me. Now, the traditional way to carve pumpkins, of course, is to cut off the top, dig it out, scoop out the seeds, and make seeds like that. We're going to get to that in just a second, but if you think about it, pumpkins are grown in the ground with this on the ground. They're usually tilted on one side or the other. That's why, as you can see on some pumpkins, they're a little flat. Well, if you cut off this top, depending on how far into the season you are, today is October 30th. We have one more day until Halloween, so not a huge deal depending on when you're going to throw these out in the trash. But if we're cutting out this top portion, aren't we kind of cutting off its nutrient source? So then this pumpkin, its flesh is going to get dehydrated a lot quicker. So depending on what you're doing, if you love seeds like I do, you can cut it out this way. Or, as an example in this pumpkin, rather than cutting it out from the top and taking away all the opportunity, I've cut it out from the side. So I've still scooped out all the good guts, the seeds, the pumpkin. Hello! Still plenty in hollow in there. But when I set a candle, not only am I not putting it on top and burning myself, but I've got a nice little notch that also is not removing anything from the top where its lifeline is. If you think like a pumpkin is about a umbilical cord kind of equivalent to a child in the womb, it's very similar. In the ground, if this is its nutrient source, you can also note that I picked these up at the same time, but already after cutting off this top, the discoloration, and this is starting to die, whereas this is still a healthy kind of blackish green. So small tips. We're going to continue on with some pumpkin help, and I'm going to continue to carve and talk about this. But while I did mention seeds, one thing I didn't mention is tomorrow happens to be National Candy Corn Day. Well, one thing that I enjoy doing and is my absolute favorite is to make some pumpkin seeds. So I'm going to share that with you in just a second. But of course, the reason for the season in the October month, we are raising money for breast cancer awareness, and we chose the BCRF Foundation, which is the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, to raise money for, and we are drawing attention to them. And so we encourage you to donate to the bcrf.org, to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation at bcrf.org, and we'll be alluding to that throughout the broadcast this evening. But here to tell you a little bit more about the Breast Cancer Research Foundation, well, take a look. So thank you so much for being a part of Camp Quarantine and supporting and donating to all of the wonderful nonprofit organizations that we have supported. If you would like to have your nonprofit showcased on this show in the future, we encourage you to reach out to us at campquarantine.co on Instagram or finding us on our website as well. So thank you all for continuing to watch and donate and support those causes. All right. So I mentioned we were going to chat a little bit about some holiday treats. Well, one thing I enjoy making is scooping out all the seeds. This is a simple piece that you can get from a kit. And so this is a great tool because it has two sides, one almost like a comb, one a little bit finer. So when you're scooping out all the seeds, the trick then is to bake them. Now, some people like seeds plain. Some people like seeds with all kinds of seasonings. I'll tell you how I like them. And that is with a few secret ingredients. I like a little kick. So I usually add a little bit of chili powder. Secret ingredient of mine to give it that aroma and that taste is some ground cinnamon, some garlic powder, salt, of course, and a tad bit of cayenne pepper. So I mix just a little bit of those on the sheet, throw them in the oven at about 365 for no more than 30 minutes, giving them a good scoop in between. And then, well, the seeds are done. I've separated them here. And then what happens? Well, I like trail mixes because to me, the seeds are very healthy. They're wonderful for digestion throughout the fall because pumpkins are available. Doesn't mean that should be the only time you are devouring these beautiful gourds. What I would encourage you to do is incorporate them into your daily diets. But I like a little bit of sweet too. And for some color, I like to add a few other things. So to the seeds that I have made and already have here, I like to add a few coconut flakes. So mix in after they are baked and cool. This is important. I'll tell you why. Once they have cooled, once the pumpkin seeds have cooled, you're going to want to mix in a little bit of sweet too. So we have the shredded coconut. We're also going to mix some semi-sweet mini chocolate chips. So we mix that in. And I say you want it to be cool because I've done this once when it was still warm and just out of the oven. And as delicious as it is, it then melted all the chocolate. So you got to wait a little bit till it cools down. And again, we're making trail mix. So you got to add some color. And because tomorrow happens to be National Candy Corn Day, a lot of people just don't like candy corn by itself. So when you mix it into a nice mason jar with some pumpkin seeds, some chocolate chips, and some coconut flakes, well, you've got a trail mix that certainly is worth making year after year. We've got some more tips coming up for you on what to do with pumpkins in just a second, but I figured, well, tomorrow happens to be National Knock Knock Joke Day. So, well, let's share some jokes about Halloween. So we hope you guys had a little bit of a laugh over there, but we want to know what your favorite Halloween treats are. Drop us a comment below. This is interactive, as I mentioned, so please do just that. Let us know what your favorite Halloween treats are and spooky sensations. But I've got one more knock-knock joke for you, but how about I pitch it to our next guest, who I know is joining us in the kitchen as well. Let's see, Miss Chelsea is over there. Hey, Chelsea, how are you doing? Oh, my God.
Hey,
For us.
I'm looking extra spooky today. I have getting my alien paint on. So what do you think? Do I look like an alien?
Getting there. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe on way to Avatar, perhaps. But
yeah, that's
did you know tomorrow happens to be National Knock Knock Joke Day?
all right. Didn't know that.
All right, well, I got a knock knock joke for you. Knock knock.
All right. Who's there?
Wooden shoe.
Wouldn't you who?
Wouldn't you like to tell us a little bit about your favorite Halloween candy and what you've been baking up in the kitchen?
Absolutely. So actually, if anyone who's watching didn't know, tomorrow is actually International Caramel Apple Day. So I had to jump on that opportunity and make some Halloween caramel
Oh my gosh. Well, Chelsea, I'm going to give you a little bit of intro, but I'm going to share. How about that? And we're going to come right back to you. So if you'll stay with us for just a second, I'm going to share with our viewers here kind of what you've been making and some of your recipes in the kitchen.
Today we are going to be making 5-ingredient pumpkin pie cookies. First ingredient that you're going to need is 1 heaping 1/4 cup of coconut flour, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Add 1/4 cup maple syrup. I love maple syrup. Next we're going to add 1/2 cup of unsweetened almond butter and 1/4 cup unsweetened pure pumpkin puree. Go ahead and mix that around the spatula to make sure you get all the clumps of the flour away. You have a nice creamy batter. Go ahead and have a little spoonful of the batter. No ingredients here that will make you sick, so go ahead and take a bite. Next, go ahead and line a baking sheet. Make sure it's oiled well so the cookies don't stick. You're gonna take about a tablespoon of mixture, roll it up into a nice ball. And once you have it all rolled up into a nice ball, go ahead and set that down. Push with your palm lightly to flatten the cookie. Then you're gonna bake them at 350 for about 13 minutes. Look at those rising up, crispy and soft and delicious and moist. Here you have some vegan, gluten-free pumpkin pie cookies.
So Chelsea, that gave us a little bit of a look into, I guess, something you've been working on in the kitchen. But if you could talk to us about, I guess, your channel, what you've been up to during quarantine, and certainly Chelsea on health, and more about that with some of our Camp Quarantine family.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a vegan and gluten-free chef, and I really want to specialize in making vegan food accessible and something that people can do very quickly in their kitchen. And I really just kind of want to break the stigma against vegan food. I feel like people just kind of hear the word vegan and they think like, oh my gosh, I could never do that. It's too hard. It's too complicated. So my thing is I'm going to show people that it's easy. And I'm going to do that by making all of the favorite American meals that people would make, all the favorite American, treats that people would make, and I'm going to veganize it. And that's kind of my thing. And I've had a lot of, really good feedback from lots of people who, always reach out and say that I have done that and I have showed them how easy it is and that it is an attainable thing. So that's really what I focus on, but I really focus on making it as delicious as possible. And sweets are always a big thing for me. So the cookies that you just saw are amazing. They taste just like those soft and gooey peanut butter cookies you would eat on Christmas, but they're only made with 5 ingredients, no added sugar, no BS. And also, I'm a huge Halloween fan. So I knew that this week I had to go crazy with all the spooky treats. So if you follow me on Instagram or my business page, I also have a website. You can go on and see all of my little treats. So I made these little apples where you can put some peanut butter in the middle and some marshmallows in there, and we call them bone apple teeth. And then I also have some little kiwi Frankenstein that is drizzled with chocolate. I also had some little pumpkin pie cuties, so the little tangerines that you would see with a little celery stem in there. And food is really what I, strive to show others in the world and what my passion is. So been going crazy with all the treats and definitely spending my quarantine in the kitchen cooking. And if you also love to get in the kitchen, or you are on the fence about eating plant-based and you don't really know where to begin, please follow my page. Check out my YouTube. I have follow-along videos like the one that you just saw, tons of them. And, I really am here to teach people and, to show them how attainable it is. Oh, yes, this is my witchy guacamole. Oh, she's so cute. It's too cute. I almost couldn't eat her. And that was also made with something super, super, simple. And if you have kids or anyone in the family that, you want to get involved with these things, I mean, look how cute these are, and so simple, like simple ingredients, carrots and bananas and tangerines and apples and strawberries. And look at how delicious that looks. And those cookies too. Oof, let me tell you, I done made those cookies about 4 times already.
So Chelsea, so how did you get into baking or the vegan diet? I know you wanted to make it more accessible, and I think you're doing that. But kind of what transformed your journey? Were you always, a vegan or somebody who adapted to the vegetarian lifestyle? I don't know if you heard, but just before we were sharing our pumpkin seed recipe over here, the trail mix that we made.
Oh, that's my favorite. I love pumpkin seeds. Yeah, so I would say that it's been about 3 years now since I've been vegan. About a year of full on vegan. I would say 3 years of my transition, and I would probably if I was traveling, I might eat a piece of fish or I would eat an egg here or there. But definitely this past year, I've really gone full on my vegan and really felt such a difference. And my reason for going into it was for my health and my longevity. And just so many underlying diseases and things that we face, just chronic illnesses, can actually be prevented by what we eat. And I feel like as a society, we kind of don't really realize that. And, they feed us what we think we should be eating. And then later down the road, we, when we're 40 or 50 and we get diagnosed with diabetes or heart disease, then you're taking medicine, which is a man-made chemical, to try to reverse those things. When in reality, if you had taken care of yourself and, ate plant-based and really cared about what you put in your body when you were younger, you could probably combat those things. So I think that's what that's where my thing stems from. And definitely the planet. I'm a huge earth advocate, all about, upcycling, recycling, no tread, no deforestation, all of that. So, and that really makes a huge difference when you do eat a vegan diet, because the animal agricultural sector, not only is, the conditions that these animals are in are extremely unsafe for like the animals and for the humans who are consuming the animals, it's just kind of a recipe for disaster. But the crops that they need to produce to feed all of these animals, and then the gases that these animals, are putting out into the atmosphere, are just not doing good things for our environment. And, there is no planet B. So I think that we all have a duty, for our children and the next generations, coming up, to take care of the earth and take care of ourselves. And why not do it in a fun way and make fun, spooky treats and, eat chocolate and, you can have fun, and it really is an accessible thing.
You mentioned a little bit about the plants over there. Do you know what type of plants do really well on Hallows Eve?
No, I didn't. What is that?
Bamboo, of course.
Oh, you got the jokes today.
I have to. If anybody's going to do it, Camp Quarantine's always been about keeping those smiles flowing and encouraging people to open up their perspectives and embrace new ideas. And during this time, what better time to do that? So many of the folks that we've highlighted are so much inspiration in that sense. And I think you very much are the same, and definitely something that I guess I admire about you. But so you're dressing up as an alien here. We're going to shift gears and chat about Halloween a little bit more. Do you have other costumes set for tomorrow?
Yes. So tonight's alien. I got like a little space warrior type thing going on, and then tomorrow I'm gonna be a rocker. And it's actually, the funniest part's gonna be my fiance, because he is Filipino, and we're gonna put on like one of those like Motley Crue 80s wigs that go like all the way down, and put a bandana around him. And then I'm probably gonna put some like fake tattoos all over me and look like total rocker girl. May tease my hair a little bit. But yeah, we're really excited about that.
I love it. All right, Chelsea. Yeah. So folks that want to follow you or stay abreast with, I guess, what you're up to, how can our viewers do that? You mentioned your site.
Yes. So you can look me up. I have a website. It's just chelsonhealth.com. I'm Chelsea on Health on YouTube, Chelsea on Health on Facebook, and also Chelsea on Health on Instagram. And through all those platforms. And please, if you have any questions, reach out to me. I answer my DMs. I love to hear from people. I love to answer questions that you may be having. And I love just to talk to people and interact with people, because that's what drives me, and that's my passion and why I'm so into doing this. So please reach out to me. Let me know if you have any questions. Chelsea on Health on all platforms.
Well, thanks so much. You be safe there tomorrow. Tomorrow happens to be not only a Saturday, not only Halloween, also a full moon. And don't forget, time change goes back. So for all you candy kids out there or party people, just be safe and enjoy that extra hour. Well, thank you so much for being with us, Chelsea. We appreciate it. Enjoy your Friday. And maybe we'll have you back on here in the holiday season with some more treats for Camp Quarantine family.
Absolutely.
Here.
Thank you, guys. So nice chatting. Everyone have a safe Halloween.
Love it. Again, if you guys want to be featured, it's very simple. Follow us on Camp Quarantine at campquarantine.co. We have plenty of giveaways. We're also showcasing all of our progress with NRVANA. So we're getting up to the State of NRVANA coming up in just a minute, but let's shift gears a bit. We're going to talk a little bit more about camping and certainly fall, but because it's Halloween and we love the national parks, what better thing than to showcase some of those eerie national parks that are here throughout our wonderful country.
Want to tell ghost stories around these campfires? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 haunted campgrounds and parks in the U.S. Number 8, Griffith Park, Los Angeles, California. Known for the famous Hollywood sign, you'd probably recognize the Griffith Observatory even if you didn't know the name. But did you know the green space surrounding it is totally haunted? It's said that there's been a curse on the park for many years because the family of the original owner was cheated out of their inheritance. But the more you delve into the history, the more you'll learn about the wide variety of spectral figures who've been spotted here over the years, such as Griffith J. Griffith himself and an actress who committed suicide there. Number 7. Jack London State Historic Park, Glen Ellen, California. American novelist Jack London is famous for books like The Call of the Wild, and the state park that bears his name is the ranch he and his family once lived on. And some people maintain they still live there. London and his wife are interred on the grounds, but possibly the spookiest location is Wolf House, London's dream home that burned down before he even had the chance to live in it. What's left of the grand mansion sits on the grounds, gathering moss and apparently being haunted by the ghost of the author himself, as well as the specters of some of the characters he created. Number 6. Hunting Island State Park, Hunting Island, South Carolina. Hunting Island is South Carolina's most visited state park, hosting over 1 million people each year. The region is beautiful, but what many people don't know is that it's also home to a lighthouse that is most definitely haunted. There are several figures said to haunt the lighthouse. One is a former keeper who blamed himself for the drowning death of a young boy, and the other is the daughter of one of the keepers who killed herself there. Visitors to the nearby campground have also reported hearing loud noises at night and singing in the distance. Number 5. Humboldt Redwood State Park, Weot, California. There's something eerie going on at Humboldt Redwood State Park, but no one seems to know what it is. Hikers have said they've seen a large humanoid figure prowling the woods that some think could be Bigfoot. Others cite the fact that the area was once sacred to Native Americans, saying that the former and now ghostly residents returned to haunt it. Up until the mid-1800s, the Sinkyone, part of the Eel River Athapascan Nation, did live here. White settlers took the area for their own, though, making it understandable that the original inhabitants might want a little vengeance. Number 4. Bannack State Park, Beaverhead County, Montana. The town of Bannack was originally a gold mining town. It actually still had residents until the 1970s. Once a town of 10,000, it's now the home of 2 campsites and is managed by Bannack State Park. The catch is, the place is considered incredibly haunted. So just what happened here to spur on these hauntings? Some suspect it was the hanging of Bannack's sheriff Henry Plummer in 1864. Plummer was accused of once being the head of a murderous gang, but he was killed rather than tried, so we may never know if he was guilty or not, unless we ask his ghost. Number 3. Cameron Park, Waco, Texas. This Waco, Texas green space is home to Jacob's Ladder, a steep stone staircase where many people, particularly women and especially after dark, claim to feel hands tugging at their clothes. Then there's Lover's Leap, where, legend has it, the Romeo and Juliet of 2 warring Native American tribes jumped to their deaths together, and can now apparently be spotted walking in the river below. How about the Phantom Engines herd where a young man died riding his motorcycle? Or the story of the witch that roams the forest, towing screams, banging noises, and the smell of rotting flesh behind her? Guess it's true. Don't mess with Texas. Number 2. China Camp State Park, San Rafael, California. Within the San Francisco Bay Area is China Camp State Park, which today is a beautiful, abandoned area outside of the city. Once home to Chinese immigrants, there have been debates over its preservation over the years. Visitors have said that when they're in the park, they feel as though they're being watched, and ghosts have been spotted on more than one occasion. At least one grisly event took place here as well, as the park was the site of the infamous barbecue murders, where a girl and her boyfriend killed her parents and tried to burn their bodies in a campfire. Number 1. Yosemite National Park, Sierra Nevada region, California. Of all the beautiful national parks in the United States, perhaps none is more beloved than California's Yosemite. It may be known for its beautiful granite cliffs and excellent hiking and climbing by outdoor enthusiasts, but it's also full of otherworldly happenings.
So Yosemite National Park takes number 1. Have you visited Yosemite National Park? Let us know in the comments below. Share with us some pictures and we'll feature them on our Instagram. Well, we're coming up on the end of the show, folks. So that's a perfect opportunity one more time to remind you to donate at bcrf.org. October happens to be National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and for Camp Quarantine, the month of October, we have selected the Breast Cancer Research Foundation as our charity of choice. Now, we gave our opportunity to them to come on and chat, but the young lady said, hey, we'd love for you to encourage your folks to donate, but even more, as a mother, I have one more important message for next week. And if those of you have heard it, haven't done it, you already know what it is. And here's a message because, well, maybe you'll listen to your mother. So for those that weren't able to hear it, the message is go out and vote. Tuesday, November 3rd happens to be election day. It is a big one in this country. We have tried to avoid talking about politics or any of those topics during our 7 months of camp quarantine, but we have to. And next week, we'll be chatting on it again. Next week is our 30th episode. We'll have a slew, all new guests, but we wanted to encourage you to listen to your mom or listen to at least somebody else's mom, these moms, and go out and vote this upcoming Tuesday if you haven't already early voted. Well, you know what's coming up on the top of the hour, and you know exactly what time it is. That means it's that time for the State of NRVANA. So for those that don't know, and this is your first time, we really are excited because, well, last week we announced here on the show that we were going to take NRVANA, our van, out on the road. Well, that hasn't happened yet. We bought her in August. We've been working hard on her. And real quick, we'll catch you up with what we've been up to on some quick State of NRVANA. So we've worked a lot on her, but she certainly is not complete. We have been working extremely diligently to try and get her road ready. We replaced the alternator last week, but we thought, hey, before we get too deep in the build, the leaves are falling. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. Why not have her hit the road? So we grabbed a couple friends, had them join us. And this past week, we said, well, if we're not going to the World Series, congratulations to the Dodgers. That's all I'm going to say about that. Why not take her still to enjoy the fall colors? So without some further ado, we have a little bit more on, well, the State of NRVANA. We're going to upload this in just a second, but we wanted to, hang on, we're checking on something. We also wanted to check back and ensure that we spotlit, well, tomorrow's Halloween. Why not get some laughs over what you're going to wear? So let's take a quick look at a costume, and then we'll share our feature on NRVANA's maiden voyage. So thank you to Laura Harris. If you're out there watching, we appreciate you sharing that clip of you in Mexico in that inflatable unicorn costume. We want to see those videos from you as well. So after this weekend, Halloween in costume, share those with us. We want to share those with the world because heck, maybe we can be on America's Funniest Videos too. But anyways, last weekend we happened to go camping and I thought we would share some footage because it was so exciting to take our van finally out, get those four wheels a little dirty and get some dirt on them. So without further ado, here efforts that we have working on the van as we get into, again, putting solar on the roof. Things get a little cooler. We have our diesel heater coming, finishing the insulation, and then, of course, putting in all the cabinetry and tidying up the ends and building it out so we can continue to take Camp Quarantine on the road. Well, folks, that's our show. We appreciate you being here with us and staying tuned for the State of Nirvana. Again, we encourage you to support us by donating at patreon.com/campq. We have all of our build videos there, more in-depth interviews with many of our guests, as well as all of our previous 28 and now 29 episodes. So thank you guys so much. We encourage you to follow along at campquarantine.co in the future. Again, my name is Amrit B with Hustle and Hospitality, and we hope you, your families, your loved ones have a wonderful, safe Halloween this weekend. And don't forget to get out there and vote on November 3rd, this upcoming Tuesday, and we will see you back here for our 30th show next Friday, November the 6th, at the same time, 7 o'clock. We'll be a little bit darker earlier. Don't forget to set your clocks back so you don't miss us or are sitting here waiting for us. But we're going to leave you tonight with a wonderful view of our campsite and Miss Nirvana as she eclipsed all the fall beautiful colors there in Tennessee. So thanks again, guys. Be safe, be kind to one another, and enjoy your Halloweens and weekends, and have a wonderful, safe Friday. Take care, guys. Catch you next week.